Okay, so I have no wondering why it didn't happen doing this, but box office revival has become a, a new thing after global pandemic, post pandemic, if you will, because the movie studios and distribution had to do with partnering with release the movies that more become the box office success or hits. So, and that's the reason why I'm going to tell you. More and more in the movie distributions like Disney or Warner Brothers or even Sony Pictures had to do with pretty distribution were over in overseas taking, but UIP was no exception. If you don't know what UIP is, it actually was United International Pictures. It is the film distribution company in some territories like Jap- Argentina, Chile, Colombia, Denmark, Greece, Hungary, India, Malaysia, Norway, Panama, Peru, Poland, Singapore, South America, Sweden was my country, Taiwan, Thailand, and Turkey. Well, except for because Japan and Korea was pretty handled a different distribution, but even though he not, but unfortunately he did himself in a different distribution on behalf, and Philippines too. So anyway, UIP was mainly distribute Universal and Paramount titles in overseas because mostly movies that movies were probably know the period audience that's franchise like Fast and the Furious, Jurassic World, and before that Jurassic Park, um, and Transformers, Mission Impossible, along others. But even though people Universal had and Paramount had to do with this distribution under UIP. He started in the 70s under CIC, the Cinema International Corporation. He's had the philosophical operations between the merging between Paramount and Universal, and so United Artists. But and between that and then the NGM took over, merging with United Artists and took over UIP and rebrand of the distribution company and rebrand as UIP, United International Pictures. But NGM left in UIP and moving to 20th Century Fox. Back then, the name wasn't relevant until 2019. Um, and it eventually does Universal and Paramount because distribution's not because United International Pictures was different. It's U and P was in I was for Universal in Paramount or United or had the United International Pictures. The U was Universal, and in the end, P was Paramount. So there's that. Anyway, back to the topic. If you ever known the number of the video on my good friend Cobb Sports Media made a video about how Paramount won the 2022 box office. And because then, even though this Paramount didn't have a domestic, but had it internationally, he had the biggest hits. Some movies as Scream, Jackass Forever, The Lost City, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Smile, and the biggest of all, Top Gun Maverick, and even the flops like Babylon, because the latter was pretty because of failure, because for a week after release of the Avatar: The Way of Water was a sequel to 2009 James Cameron classic Avatar, and look, and it also and even a foreshadowing in the end was through the first Avatar clip for a brief second in the end of the movie. Spoiler alert. So that's why. But except for Scream, we handle in only distribution in other distribution, but really in the um, handled by Paramount in United States, United Kingdom, um, Mexico, Russia, Ukraine, Russia, Australia, Germany, Argentina, France, the Netherlands, Singapore, and Spain. And even they handle other distributions, including my country, Sweden, and other countries were handled by SF Studios, where handle he had a long time partner of Sky Glass Media Group since 2000, since 1999, when SF handled the theatrical and home entertainment distribution rights of this of some titles. But even though Paramount was become the big win of the box office, but Universal was not as better as Paramount. On the hand, was pretty much the different. He had a couple big hits like Jurassic World Dominion and Minions: The Rise of Gru. But even though Universal also have a sister label called Focus Features, have a couple of big okay films like um, The Northman was a flop, but it did well in the whole media market. Dalton Alley, A New Era was pretty much okay. Miss Harris and the Ghost of Paris to Sex, and of course the also the international distribution of Red Rocket. We have it was been releasing in theaters, and even the one A24 films. Probably never heard it. It was also A24, and Red Rocket also from A24, and Tar, of course, from was a gotten critical acclaim, but it didn't match in the box office. But you know, but Focus Features, but UIP or United International Pictures was probably going to be happening in the exact. But even Paramount was comes to sex in the box office under UIP. But this is going to be in 2023 when suddenly there's the biggest films were all going to take it seriously in the new box office revivals. There's a movie that released today, and he also, and like I mentioned in Universal Pod, that's what pre-releasing at this time, including Marry Me, Ambulance was pretty much disappointment. Um, the Black Phone was success. Nope was okay, but also success. Beast success. Bros was a flop, and Halloween ends success. Ticket to Paradise success too. And she said flop, and Body that night was okay in the box office. So there's a couple notable successors in the box office, and also a couple misses. So what's happening in this year? Well, I think United International Pictures and releasing some content overseas in a few countries, not in France, Germany, and Italy, but in the future, and Brazil too. Reasons that United International Pictures will want to do restructuring in the box office results. He already released a couple success like with Megan was a Blumhouse and Atari Monster film. Knock in a Cabin was was a final Universal film before when moved to Warner Brothers. Cocaine Bear was okay because of the untimely death of Ray Liotta, rest in peace. And the biggest of all, Super Mario Brothers movie. It was the biggest movie ever last month. It was dream come true for United International Pictures in some places. And there's Rayfield, but he's releasing. But it probably I haven't seen the movie, but I'm not going to see it. But I'm sick. But you can tell. But Paramount also covered hits in again. Scream was in Scream set 6 was was on Paramount. Like I said, Paramount released in some select territories, and Dungeons and Dragons Under Along Thieves was a critical commercial success and it was pretty much the best movie in the Hasbro property since Bumblebee. But I think the future of the UIP was going to be bigger or better. And what's happening in 2023? They're already releasing a bit bigger titles in 2023. So here's what UIP. So here's what's happening in UIP, and including my country, Sweden, and some other territories were Apollo releasing in this year, but was going to be was to revive the box office results. So Fast X was coming in the week, was releasing in May 17, the 17 May, and it's Wednesday. Transformers: The Rise of Beast, 9th June. Astro City was released in 9th June, of course, but even not releasing until June 16 here in the US. Ruby, Teenage Kraken was pretty much the release month after the actually Little Mermaid remake, and it's like, you know what? Let's capitalize for that. It's also released on June 30th, but released before release on June 28th. Doggy Style is Strays was released earlier in June 17, but even though it got delayed recently, it moved to August 18. And Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1, July 12th, and Oppenheimer, the Christopher Nolan's first film with Universal after departure from Warner Brothers, will be July 21st, with the same day as the Margot Robbie's Barbie movie for Warner Brothers. And Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Mutant Mayhem, which is August 4th, and Book Club: The Next Chapter will be on August 18, but 3 months after release on May 12th on States, and even on 11. And Untitled was one. Yeah, I know it's straight on Peacock. So My Quick Fat Lane was it. My Big Fat Creek Running 380 September 8th. Dry Day Dolls also from Focus Features or 22 September. Exodus Film 30 October. Trolls 3 same day. Killers of the Flower Moon on 20 June and 20 October was in collaboration with Apple TV Plus. Fridays and Freddy's 27 movie 27 October. Paw Patrol: The Mighty Movie 27 October. Magnet also for Illumination World Course in December 22. And this will be and I think Universal will be taking a rest. And even except for Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny wasn't technically was a Disney film, but it's handled studio credit by Paramount. So the moral story is I hope United International Pictures will save the box office results, and it was going to be a turning point for the studio in distribution. And unlike Disney, United International Pictures wants to do something bigger, better. So if you don't know, I hope United International Pictures will save the box office in 2023. And now the reason why I hope the Fast X and especially the other movies like Transformers and even Mission Impossible will save the box office for now. So that's pretty much it. I'm excited, and I'm gonna go. So, like I said in my last video, I'm gonna go buy to take my tickets of the new Fast and the Furious movie on next week on Wednesday. So, Fast 6, if you call that. So, I'll see you there, and God bless us all. Bye bye. Oh, I think I mentioned SF Studios, who's a home entertainment distribution, was a Swedish film company. Was also handled the home entertainment distribution. Had both from Universal and Paramount titles in home media markets. So it's marked a reunion. It's like a CIC video reunion. So, all friends, we meet again.